A very warm welcome to Asia's biggest railway hub. This is KRUNG THEP APHIWAT Central Terminal with its fantastic architecture, unique structure, superb facilities and modern toilets. This station has been built to revolutionise your railway experience here in Thailand. I'm standing in front of KRUNG THEP APHIWAT Central Terminal, formerly known of course as Bang Sue Grand Station. I remember passing through here around 2012 and seeing this massive expanse of land being ready for some kind of major construction. By 2015 the first few columns had been built, and by 2018 the structure of the main building had started to sprout from the ground. In 2021 it had a soft opening with Red Line trains running from here to Thailand and Rangsit, and of course last month all long distance train services were transferred from Hualongpong to here. But the original story goes back to 1959. That was the year the first plans were put forward to build a brand new terminal station in Bang Sue. And at that time, Bangkok was modernising rapidly. Car ownership had increased, leading to traffic jams being a regular occurrence on the city streets. The track between Bang Sue and Hualongpong had 8 level crossings going along it. And during rush hour, when trains were going across these, traffic was getting backed up. Something had to be done about it. Fast forward several decades and the plans finally got the go-ahead in 2010, with the first concrete being poured 3 years later. Bang Sue Grand Station was finally coming to life. Well, this station is years away from living up to its full potential. There's just Red Line trains and long distance trains going from here at the moment, of course. But that means there are vast areas of this building where there's not much going on and there's just an emptiness and stillness about it. I mean, you could have a brass band marching through here at full volume and the staff probably still wouldn't even notice. Well, obviously it'll be a lot more busier around here when there are more trains running from this station. At the moment, Hualongpong is now just running commuter trains, Eastern Line trains, a few short distance routes and special excursion trains. That station won't close until the SRT Red Line is extended from here to Hualongpong, so that's probably at least 5 years away. You may have noticed a few signs in the station for high-speed train platforms, airport rail link platforms. How far away are we from those services running? Well, the airport rail link has to be extended from Pier Thai through here to Don Mueang, probably 5 years away. High-speed trains from here to Laos and China, probably 7 or 8 years away. And then you've got the massive development that's going to be taking place around this station, and bidding has just started for the plots of land. So there's all that to look forward to around here. Well, I read the news last week and bidding has just started for the land around here. There's 9 different development zones and you name it, they're going to build it basically. A central business district, a super arena with an exhibition centre, lots of condos of course, hotels, a court, government buildings, parks, skywalks linking all of it, landmark towers, which I suppose will be just over there. That's office and residential. But I'm intrigued to know where they're going to build this super shopping mall because I want to be the first YouTuber to not do a video on it. And according to the map, it's actually just up here, Railway Road number 1. So that's the area that's going to be wiped out for this new super shopping mall. There are people living there of course, but I would imagine they have known for some years now that at some point in the future this land would be redeveloped. Some of you might be wondering, why haven't they changed the sign up there? It still says Bang Sue Grand Station. It should say KRUNG THEP APHIWAT Central Terminal, of course. There is a bit of an issue in the government with the changing of the sign budget. 33 million baht was quoted, but a lot of people think it's too much. So it's an ongoing thing at the moment, and I'm pretty sure in due course it will be resolved. Other major changes to trains leaving KRUNG THEP APHIWAT Central Terminal or Bang Sue Junction is that they now use the new elevated structure as far as just past Don Mueang, and that means 2 things. One, that the old track at ground level and all the stations has now been closed, and 2, you can't use the toilets on the trains while it's on the elevated structure, because when they flush it goes directly onto the track and all that urine will corrode the concrete. So next time you take a train from here, have a piss before you get on. One question that often gets asked is, when is this station going to close down? And the simple answer to that is not anytime soon, because as long as they're running trains from Ho Lom Pong, they'll always pass through here. I suppose when the Red Line gets extended to Ho Lom Pong, that station will close and this station will close as well. So the curtain will come down at some point. Until then, I'll always enjoy taking trains from here. But I thought it'd be nice if we had a tribute to Bang Sue Junction to a piece of music. Well, you may have noticed a sign in Bang Sue Junction station. It said Bang Sue, and then the number 2 had clearly been taken down. That's because it was once known as Bang Sue 2 station. The original Bang Sue railway station used to be right here. The platforms are still there, and that opened in 1898, closed in 2016, and North and Northeastern line trains ran from here, and Southern line trains ran from Bang Sue 2. Also around here somewhere in the ground is the foundation stone for the failed Hopewell project that was laid in 1990. I might just come back a bit later when it gets dark with my shovel. Let's have a look at some future connections here at the station. This aerial shot, you can see there are no tracks on the upper level of the station. These are high-speed train platforms, and if they laid the tracks now, they'd just go rusty by the time these trains are running. This structure here is ready for a future connection for the airport rail link from Pier Thai, and these columns going off towards Ratchadapiseck Road, I think they're for a future connection for the MRT yellow line from Lard Prao. I've got a recommendation for you, a very special one. In fact, it is so special I had to go and change my shirt just to tell you this. There is a guide to this station written by Richard Barrow, who, if you don't know, is the absolute professor of Thailand's railways. He knows everything there is to know about the State Railway of Thailand network. Now his guide, which I've got the printout of the cover here, a bit of a cowboy job, but I think you get the picture. This guide contains all the information you'll ever need to know about this station, including all the timetables. It's absolutely free to download from his website. I'll leave a link in the description, and it's also available in French and German. Bang Sue has also been home to SCG, the Siam Cement Group, since 1913 when they built their first cement factory. They're also one of the biggest employers in the area at the time. Groups of their workers would live up the road in a village called Tau Pun, which you now know as the terminus of the MRT Purple Line. Tau Pun means concrete oven, so there is some significance there. It was bombed very badly in 1944 during World War II, and if you look at old photos and compare them to now, the only significant landmark you'll recognise is this great big warehouse on the corner. Well, that just about wraps up the story of KRUNG THEP APHIWAT Central Terminal. I hope you've enjoyed watching this as much as I've enjoyed hanging around here shooting this video. Please subscribe if you haven't already done so. Like, share, leave a comment. If you want to support me and support the channel, you can buy me a coffee using a link on the screen. There's also links in the description to Ko-fi and PayPal. That just leaves me to say thanks very much for watching, and I will see you sooner than you think.